everyone, welcome back to my daily vlogs. And in these vlogs, as you all know, I take up some literary topics or some literary pieces and I do my little analysis of them. These vlogs are meant to help you out with your studying of literature. And once again, if these vlogs are of any use, if they help you out in any which way, I want you all to smash that subscribe button. I humbly request you all to like my videos, share them with your friends, and definitely leave a comment. Any comment is a good sort of inspiration for me, good or bad, whatever, because that tells me whether the job that I am doing is okay or not. So please leave a comment. Now, in the last few classes, we had spoken about James Joyce's Araby, and I have two videos on Araby, and anybody who would like to go back and check them out, that'll be great. This is the third video, the concluding video on James Joyce's Araby, and if somehow you reach at this point, I would earnestly ask you to go back to those previous videos. There are two videos, 1 and 2, because otherwise this video might sound a little out of place. So please go back and check Araby Part 1 and Araby Part 2. And this is the concluding part. Now, one of my subscribers, and he also regularly comments on my videos, thank you so much, had repeatedly asked me as to what is the moral of Araby, or what happens at the end, and he finds some similarities between the boy hero and what happens to the boy hero and himself. Well, that is not something very unusual, because if you check the first video, I had said that Joyce doesn't names the boy hero. He is not playing in proper nouns at all. He leaves him, leaves him to us, to the readers, and he is anonymous for a reason, because we all have a little bit of the boy hero in us. We all grew up through our teenagers trying to realize what true love is, and sometimes our experiences might not turn out to be as we were expecting to them. Nevertheless, these experiences together make us the person that we are in our grown-up days. So if you find some similarity between yourself and the boy hero, let me tell you, it's not unusual. We all share a part of the boy hero. We all have something of him in us. We all are idealists in our own which way. We all are loners. We all are thinkers. Some people can cover up, can camouflage that very well. Some people cannot. But yes, definitely don't feel as if you are the only one. Don't feel yourself isolated. Trust me, we all have a part of the boy hero in us. So in today's concluding lesson, and thanks for the comments, please leave the comments, because they help me understand if I am making sense to you all. In today's class, as I said, this is the final one in the trilogy. I have two other videos previously which talk about the beginning and the middle of this short story. This is the last one, and this focuses on the day, the Saturday morning, when boy hero is scheduled to go to Araby, and what happens then after. As I said, that James Joyce plays with the metaphors and the symbolisms, and when the morning begins, there are, even before the journey initiates, there are a lot of hints for the intelligent reader to understand that probably it's not one of those days when things happen the way we want them to happen. As you can see, the uncle answers curtly. And again, I said that there is hardly an adult in the story who tries or makes an attempt to understand the boy hero. Nobody cares for what's going on in his mind, and that probably adds to his confusions and dilemmas. So when the boy persistently asks to his uncle that today I'm supposed to go to the market, it's a big thing for him. But for the adult world around him, it's like nothing. It's like something, a sort of a trivial matter. And the uncle replies to him curtly, "Yes, boy, I know." So you don't have to, he's rather irritated, Why are you repeating it over and over again? I said I know. So, of course. And then he says, the boy hero says, "The air was pitilessly raw and already my heart misgave me." So, there is something which we call as intuition, something that tells you in your mind when things are not meant to happen as we expect it. We still continue to hope against hope that something will turn out. But trust me, in our day-to-day experiences, I'm sure everybody had seen or experienced it, that sometimes there is an intuitive power within us that sort of gives us a warning or sort of gives us an indication that, well, probably this will not meet fulfillment. And something within the boy hero says, or that this is not going to be what it was intended for. Now, of course, for the boy hero, this is the most important moment of his life, and he has been looking forward to it for so many days, so many hours. But as I said, that the adult world around him is absolutely thoughtless or absolutely unaware of his desperation. And the uncle invariably comes very late at night. He has almost forgotten that he had made a promise to this little boy, and he comes very late. At 9 o'clock, I heard my uncle's latchkey in the hall door. I heard him talking to himself and heard the hall stand rocking when it had received the weight of his overcoat. I could interpret these signs. When he was midway through his dinner, I asked him to give me the money to go to the bazaar he had forgotten. So uncle is completely oblivious of his promise made to the boy hero. And we know how much this boy hero was waiting for this moment. So that is the irony of the situation. For one person, it is the most important thing. For the other person, it's like nothing at all. He's completely oblivious of it. And as I said in my very first class or vlog on Araby, that throughout the short story, we don't see anyone showing any consideration for the boy. The adult world is absolutely mindless and thoughtless about the needs of this growing up, of this growing mind. The only one place where we see that there is some sort of support shown towards this boy hero is when the aunt comes to him energetically, and I quote, "Can't you give him the money and let him go? You have kept him late enough as it is." This is the only support that the boy hero gets in the entirety of the story. So good heavens that at least now he is getting the money so that he can start this journey. Now the journey that he makes on that train is full of metaphors, is full of symbolism. This is the journey that every one of us have to make in our lives in some way or the other, when we realize that the world of idealism is very finite. And then this idealistic world is crushed down under the burden of reality. And as I said, that he gets the florin and the currency from his uncle. And look at the symbolism. I held the florin tightly in my hand as I strode down Buckingham Street towards the station. So this florin is not just the money that he has got. It is also the only means by which he can prove that I can get something from Araby for my lady love. So it is immensely important for this little boy. It is the key to his success. And as you can see, the deserted train, the train is absolutely lonely. One reason for that could be it's very late. Nobody is going nowhere. Everybody is comfortably positioned in their homes. Another reason for this could be it is the boy hero's journey from the world of idealism, from the world of teenage fantasies to the adult world of realism. And each and every one of us have to make this journey all by ourselves. We don't have any companion in that journey. It's an absolutely individual and very lonely journey that we have to make. Now, I could not find any sixpenny entrance, and fearing the bazaar would be closed, I passed in quickly through a turnstile, handing a shilling to a weary-looking man. So as I said again and again, that any character from the adult world that has been introduced in this story has been shown to be very, very stoic, does not understand what the boy hero is going through, and is absolutely thoughtless about the experiences of this person. The gatekeeper is no exception. He is also a weary looking man, a very tired person, not a very comforting, welcoming person who would say that, oh wow, what do you want? It's really late, let me help you out. Nobody of that sort. And then, a few people were gathered about the stalls, which were still open, before a curtain over which the words were written in colored lamps. Two men were counting money on a salver. I listened to the fall of the coins. Now, this metaphor at once reminds us of the biblical illusion where we see the priests counting money in the religious institutions. I can't say it's the church because the story is before Christ. The story is definitely pre-Christian era. So for the boy hero, this Araby, this place is no less than a temple. We had discussed in our previous classes that he was into this platonic love where he was almost worshipping his lady love. It was absolutely asexual, sort of a love in which the lady love is seated high above in a pedestal, and he, like a Middle English knight, is here to woo the lady with a really enchanting exotic gift. Now, listening to people counting money, realizing that even in Araby, it's not an escape from North Richmond Street. It is rather an extension of the North Richmond Street where people are counting money. It's really very shattering from him. And that has been adequately captured by James Joyce when he says, I listen to the fall of the coins. So it's not just the sound of the tinkling sound of the coins falling, it echoes also the sound of his dreams shattering into pieces. And then these two people, they are like getting into talk. They are flirting with one another. There is this absolutely clumsy sort of an interaction happening. Nobody giving any importance to the boy hero. Why is this little boy, a 13-14-year-old young boy, here at at night? Nobody wants to realize that or understand that. Nobody even greets him, talks him in a comforting manner, nothing. Observing me, the young lady came over and asked me, did I wish to buy anything? The tone of her voice was not encouraging. See, I told you that the adult world never realizes, that probably they need to break that wall. They need to come forward and express their sympathy, their love, their comfort for this young boy. And he murmured, no, thank you. So he gives up finally. And although at this point of time, you as a reader might feel very heartbroken for the young boy, but trust me, every adult at some point of the time did make this journey from the world of idealism into the world of reality, where things don't happen as they are meant to be. I lingered before her stall, though I knew my stay was useless. To make my interest in her wares seemed the more real. Then I turned away slowly and walked down the middle of the bazaar. I allowed the 2 pennies to fall against the 6 pence in my pocket. I heard the voice call from one end of the gallery that the light was out. Again, that is very, very metaphorical. The light is out. The onset of darkness is not just physical, it is very, very metaphorical. The hope of getting something for Mengen's sister, the hope of being the Middle English knight, was his only escape from the bleakness of the North Richmond Street. But now he realizes that one hope has been extinguished. Gazing up into the darkness, I saw myself as a creature. So there is this dehumanization. He is looking at himself as a creature. So we started the story where he was imagining himself to be a Middle English knight with all those lofty values of chivalry, courage, valor, and power and all that. And to the end of the story, he is not looking at himself even as a human, ordinary human. He feels very dehumanized and he calls himself a creature. Driven and derided by vanity. So he thinks how foolish it was to think that he could get rid of the bleakness of North Richmond Street. He could be a different person. He could get a gift for his lady love from Araby. That was really such a vain sort of a thought. My eyes burnt with anguish and anger. So this is his first initiation into the adult world of maturity. The experiences hadn't been very favorable. There is no reason to think that probably the boy hero is completely broken or shattered, or who knows what will happen to the boy hero. He'll be fine, trust me, because every person, every individual has made this journey, and not everybody. I would rather say that very few people have a very good or a very welcoming entrance into the adult world of maturity. Most of us initiated into this adult world with a very sour sort of an experience. So he'll be fine, and so will you all. Don't worry about the boy hero. I hope this class was fun, entertaining, and at the same time a little informational. Please subscribe to my channel. Everyone who, whoever views these videos, I would earnestly request that please subscribe as well, and definitely hit the like button and the bell icon, and stay tuned for my next vlog, which will come tomorrow on some literary topic. Thank you.